So thank you, Craig, so much for taking the time to sit with me today. I'm really looking forward to hearing a little bit more about Phare Circus.
My background is in travel and tourism, and Phare Circus, when they opened in Siem Reap in 2013, it didn't have anybody on board with that background. It was mostly artistic and creative people doing an amazing show, but they didn't really know how to connect with the hotel and travel industry. So when we met and they invited me to come on board to help them with that, I was thrilled, because I really think what Phare is doing is exceptional. Phare Circus is the social business extension of a nonprofit school that was started by 9 young men who were refugees during the war, and a French art teacher who helped them while they were in the refugee camp. And then when the war was over and the camps closed down, and the art teacher went to Battambang, which was the closest city to the Thai border, to round up some of them. And then together they opened the school with the principle of using art to heal the community after the war. Cambodia, especially back then, but even today, is still kind of low tech. There weren't a lot of options at that time. So in the beginning, Phare was on their get tickets page, just had a link to an OTA, and that was our online ticketing, which is not ideal for loads of reasons. One is cost, the other is image and trustworthiness. So it was sort of something we would really like to have had, was our own ticketing. But the other challenge in Cambodia was there were no banks that were offering online credit card processing with direct deposit to a Cambodian bank. So businesses in Cambodia that wanted to offer that themselves had to have an arrangement with a bank in another country. So like say Thailand or Vietnam, process the money that way and then transfer it to Cambodia. That was kind of a big obstacle for Phare. We didn't have bank accounts in other countries. So it was on hold until one day our CEO met yours. So the timing was perfect. And Rezgo and the bank, we were able to just put the two of them together, and they sorted out all the technical stuff, because that was way over our head, in terms of connecting the payment process and stuff like that. So it was about our 1 year into our operation. It was 2014 when we integrated, and it made such a, astronomical, fantastic difference in our online sales, because I think, it was a combination of factors, just awareness and visibility, but also confidence that we were legit, that we had our own processing. So through the years, now our online bookings are our #1 source of business. So before we chatted, I just looked again, and before the pandemic, 2019, the volume on our website was 4 times higher than our biggest ticket partner. Rezgo has so much to it that we haven't even tapped yet. It's so versatile, and it's so complete that our focus was, and still is, the online booking capacity. That's what we needed it for, and that's what we use the most. And then the connectivity to other OTAs, so that we don't have to manage availability on multiple platforms. So those are the 2 biggest things for us. So, in choosing who to partner with, there's a lot of different questions I think any business has to answer for themselves. But in the end, it always comes back to working with somebody who understands us and is there to support us. And when as companies start to consolidate, and then there are these enormous platforms, the service goes down. I just we work with some OTAs, obviously outside of Rezgo. To get help is almost non-existent. And so, for us, the relationship, the support, the functions have always been worth staying with Rezgo and recommending to others.